Good morning on the 15th and final day of our trip here in Thailand. Apparently my uncle is on the way to pick us up. Currently it's about 8:50, almost 9 o'clock. Yeah, so we're going to a park today, and then we will be coming back here to Thum's house, my cousin's house, to just freshen up, grab our luggage, have lunch, and then go to the airport. So today is a very short day. Our flight is out at 5:50 in the afternoon, almost 6 o'clock. And we're gonna do a quick touchdown in Taipei, Taiwan, and then back to SFO. So it's been a whirlwind adventure. It's been really fast. I can't believe 2 weeks have gone by already. So yeah, it's just prep time, packing. I've actually pretty much packed all last night. I'm ready to go. My mother is getting ready. Currently, she bought a ton of stuff while we're here, and then she's just trying to figure out what the luggage situation is going to be like. And yeah, that's all for now. I'll check back in a moment when we're at the park. All right, more in a moment. And I've made it to Queen Sirikit Park in the middle of Bangkok. It's right next to Chaktuchak, which would probably be the more touristy thing to go see. I just wanted to come see a Thai park because I've been going to parks in all the travels that I've been doing now, from Ireland to Hong Kong to Japan to now Thailand. And so I figured it'd be good to come see one of the parks. This is one of the bigger ones, so you could actually see all the different things that you could do. So I'm down here by the washrooms, by number 13. I think I'll go ahead and just, oh man, I don't even see where number 1 is. I'll probably just make my way up to 13 and 11. Yeah, no, that sounds like the ideal plan. I will check back in once I get a little distance into it. Oh, I was dropped off right over here. That's the entrance right there. My uncle dropped me off. My mom, uncle, and aunt are gonna go get some food over in J2J. So we'll see what happens. All right, more in a moment. So not far into my walk, I've come across this bamboo house, and it's really interesting in the fact that when you go inside, they actually go over how they use bamboo as well as how they get silk for products. And one of the cool things about it is they show all these different products that you can make. Unfortunately, everything is in Thai and there is no English in here, so it was a bit hard for me to try to understand what's going. Just more of a game of Pictionary. Although I could speak very little and I could understand almost everything that's spoken to me. It's I do not have the skills to read or write, unfortunately. I could read basic Thai, perhaps. Like, when I was driving, I learned how to read exit Tongok in Thai just by making out the individual, kind of like how you would say a word phonetically in English. So, yeah. The weather has actually gotten a lot nicer. It was actually really hot, above 30, but it dropped. I don't know. I think it might rain. It's dropped to about, I would say like 27, 28 was what I saw in my uncle's car when I was getting out. So it might be a little cooler than that, because I know typically car thermometers are near the engine, so which increases it. But it's nice and there's a good breeze going, so I'm not as hot and sweaty as I thought I would be. So, all right. More in a moment. So I have no idea what this guy is doing, but some people are about to have a bad day if he continues doing that. See, there's a dude sitting right there. Oh. I guess it doesn't reach. What's funny is there were people sitting at that bench table right there. Huh. Well, now you know how they water the plants here in Thailand. No, but really, that was weird, because if you look over here, there's actually a water sprinkler system that's done throughout the park. I guess they just don't get the very edges, and so they have a truck come by and spray it all down. But I was just looking at that and thought it was crazy. Alright, more in a moment. As I'm walking through this lily pond area, found some pretty neat stuff. Well, found some fruit, really. And I thought that was pretty awesome. It's just fruit hanging from a tree. And some of them are pretty low-hanging fruit. But, yeah. Boom, right there. I'm not going to pick any of them because it looks like they're planted by the queen. So I don't know how much trouble you can get in for that, doing that. And there's guards actually all around, so if I want food, I'll just go buy food. I have money. But so far, this park has been quite impressive. I would also add that this park has a lot more tourists in it than I thought it would. Just ran into a busload of Chinese folk. Didn't think that this would be one of those places that tourists would come to. I also ran into an Irish family that was on holiday here. So, I mean, hey, it happens. It's a gorgeous park. It deserves the attention. So. Alright, more in a moment. I have to say, this is about as good as Hong Kong's free museums, or free aviaries and whatnot in their parks. So this is another free type of educational center at this park. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's closed. But then I walked up and was looking at the doors, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of coconuts inside. So I tried opening the doors, you know, push, pull, didn't really work. And I'm like, oh wait, look at the tracks of the doors. The way that they made it. There's no hinges, which means it's probably a slide, which it does slide open. And as you can see, it's not huge, but I mean, it's Thailand, so I don't expect anything to be all too big, I suppose. And as you look around, they show you all the different types of coconuts that are available And I think these are all the ones that are available here in Thailand, so none of these were actually imported because they all have Thai names. Now, of course, I can't read the names, so it could be that it says that this is a coconut from like Hawaii or something like that. But I would say that for the most part, it's pretty neat to be able to see what they kind of look like. And they all are different looking from the shells and the way the inside, the way the nut actually is, the part that you eat, the meat. Some have more meat than others. And it's pretty interesting. So, again, and it's just free to get into. There's no payment to get in. Obviously, you saw me just walk up and just open the door and get in here, so not bad. Oh, and then, yeah, I didn't check the other side yet, but there's another side. But it's totally open. You can see between the crack that there's the block, but there's no lock there, so. Okay. This one looks like they're actually working on still. I mean, obviously you don't just leave a fan right there. I guess I'll just be careful walking around. I don't want to step on any nails or through a hole or something. But, I'm guessing this is kind of going over the way the land is formed here in Thailand. The difference is, oh, this might be going over the fake rain or the fake thing that the king did, where it might have began like that and now it looks like that, so we will see. But admittedly, it's boiling in those rooms. Like, it's really hot. They had no AC going, obviously, and that fan was not turned on. You come back outside, it's really nice, but still really cool to just be able to walk into some informative rooms, even though I can't speak the language. That's my fault, not theirs. So, not speak the language, read or write the language, but I think you mean what I know. So, all right, on to the next spot. Alright, found another little neat thing. I'm probably about, I would say, 70 meters from the last museum of coconuts that you guys just saw. So this looks like it is a place of different huts throughout Thailand. And now that I look, I see a sign over here. Let's go check it out. Maybe it's in English. Looks doubtful. But yeah, it's only in Thai. So, yep, it's numbered so that I could see, and everything is in Thai, and then it tells you down here the corresponding number and what it is. Alright, so this is a little bit about Thai huts from around Thailand. Huh. Yeah, as you can see, they have all these cutouts for the different areas. I believe you could actually go into them. I'm not going to try it because I don't know if it'll support my weight. But it is pretty neat to see the different huts, and apparently this is some sort of chicken or duck cage, the way they keep their animals. There you go. And that's the last one right here. And then they have a goat, barn or pen, I guess it would be, over here. Not bad. All right, check in more in a moment. Randomly walked back to the place where I'm supposed to get picked up, and there are groundhogs here. Or perhaps they're prairie dogs. Interesting. Alright, I think that concludes my trip around here. And so, yeah, let's see what happens next. I think we're gonna go get lunch and then go to the airport, so that might be it for Thailand. More in a moment. Well, the system that we set up doesn't seem to be working for me to get picked up, so I walked across the street to the market, and it's pretty neat. Each one of these bags have fish in it. Little lobsters. Little crawdad. Oh, น้ำพริก
ใหญ่หน่อยก็ใส่
So, pretty neat place, I would say. Yeah? Oh, what? Just in case I didn't say this just now, or didn't make it clear, I'm in a market, not an aquarium. So, all this is for sale. Wow, this is like crazy. It's awesome. Look at this.
Oh my god.
I really have no idea where I'm at either. I think this is Chaktuchak Market, but I'm not sure. All I know is that this is the store that's, or the market that's right across the street from Sirikit Park. So, not bad, pretty cool. Alright, so we're at the airport. Suvarnabhumi, not Donmueang. And we're just, yep, and we are walking through the duty-free area, trying to get to our gate. I want McDonald's. I know that might sound weird, but they have a samurai burger here that's actually really good. And I'd like to be able to get that. And it's pretty crowded, but I will say this. We spent maybe a half an hour waiting in line to get our tickets for the plane. And then we spent maybe 5 minutes getting through security and immigration. There was maybe one person in front of me at both security and at immigration. Well, cutting something. But Suvarnabhumi, as you could see, is like crazy busy with all these shops. Everybody's like trying to shop here. They even gave discount cards for the duty-free stuff, which is already duty-free, so there's no tax on it. Darn. Our gate is pretty much coming up right here. If you're not familiar with the way that Bangkok's airport is designed, like, I hate saying a caterpillar because that's what it looks like, but I would say that it's like a tree branch, and each gate is off of the main tree. There's a branch off the main tree, so we're E4, meaning that we just need to find gate E, and then you turn down that gate, that corridor, and yeah, so gates E1 through 10 is straight up ahead. We're passing gate D currently, and as you walk on, you'll find your terminal 1 through whatever. Most of them are 1 through 10. I just noticed that a few are 1 through 6, and you just find your gate right there and you just walk down. There is no shortage of shopping or eating options here. I would say there's also a resting area for if you're transferring flights, which I've never heard of a transfer through Bangkok before, but I'm sure it happens because of the whole spoke and wheel idea of flying. Although nowadays that is becoming a lot less because most of us, like me, hate stopping over anywhere. I hate the fact that I have to stop over in Taipei for an hour and a half. I would rather stop over for like 8 hours and actually see the city rather than stop over, get off the plane, then have to get back onto the plane and fly again. That's always a pain. And with planes like Boeing's new 777 or their 787, you could actually make these long distance flights without any hesitation or worries, really. But it's aside the point. We are reaching Terminal E. We are, like I said, E4. So here, well, let's look over here first. That's G, 1 through 5. And this is E, 1 through 10. So now you just walk down E off the main tree onto this branch. and E4 will be right ahead. Huh. So I'm gonna have to figure out where McDonald's is because I'm gonna have to make a run for it, I think. It doesn't look like it's anywhere near here, which means that it could be on the total opposite side of the airport. I don't know if this is gonna be a successful trip or not to get some Mickey D's. Anyhow, I'll check in more in a moment. So, McDonald's doesn't exist in here. That is unfortunate. But there's a Burger King. Don't want Burger King, already had that. Ironically, there is a Cold Stone. Moreover, there is a durian taco. So, I've ordered a durian taco. So, let's see how this works out. Alright, I'll check back in a moment once it's actually made. Alright, so, got the ice cream. It's right there. Has no smell whatsoever. Hopefully it has a taste though. Mom's eating fruit. All this fruit's from Thums, yeah, my cousin's home in Bon something. Bon Chok or whatever. It's from her farm. Bak Chong. Okay. There you go. Anyhow, time to eat. Alright. The ice cream was delicious. Some of the best durian I actually had here in Thailand this trip, which is kind of sad. Because I did try a lot of durian, it just never ended up working out all too well for me. And I would say another thing is, the gimbal is vibrating and I don't know if that's creating any noise for the the GoPro, but I'm going to try to hold it a different way so it doesn't vibrate. But as I was saying, the ice cream was delicious. It was nice to be able to have really good durian on kind of that final trip here. And we're just gonna go to the gate now and wait for the plane to fly to Taipei. We've pretty much done all we could do here. Suvarnabhumi or Suvarnabhumi Airport. Ooh, it's hot in here. Literally, that ice cream was the only money I spent here in Thailand. The rest was covered by my mom, and I'm gonna owe her some money. So, gates E4, 6, and 8, and 10 are this way. E4 is right here. Alright, well, anyhow, I will check back in maybe on the plane or maybe in Taiwan. So, first meal of the plane. Tofu and a salad. Alright, time to eat. Alright, so we just made it through security at Taiwan airport. They make you go through regardless. Every person that comes into Taiwan needs to go through security. If you weren't aware, just be aware of that. Regardless of what terminal you're at, they have a security center in both for you to transfer. I believe there's actually security before you could even exit into the country. It's a pretty secure place, I would say, and they actually brag about it. And they have these, I don't know if I'll find one again, but they have these places that actually have signs that say they have the best security of 2016 for airports, that is. So, but it's pushing what, 11 o'clock now? No, 10 o'clock, I'm sorry. And we should have just started loading onto our next flight to go to America. So no pit stops, unfortunately. We're just going to be getting onto the plane and taking off, really. So our gate is literally right here. And if you've not been to Taoyuan Airport before, this is Terminal 2. It's the better terminal between the two of them. There's more museums here. There's more things to do. I believe the Hello Kitty for Eva terminal is here. And this is where we stopped last time when I was going to Thailand. Well, we stopped this time when we're going to Thailand, but the last time I went to Thailand, we stopped here as well with my younger sister, Lynn. And, yep, they're loading. So, it's... So, pretty much out of one line into another. So, but our seats are guaranteed, so I'm not worried. As long as the plane's still here, you're gonna make it on. And I guess I'll check in a little while. Either in America or maybe on the plane. See you later. So, first meal. We got lobster. Okay. Check out what we got going here. Pasta, water, fruit. Looks like some sort of salad. And some bread. Oh, and then looks like there's a little dessert here too. The meal on the last plane was actually quite good, so I have high hopes for this one. Alright, I think this is probably my final check-in before we're in San Francisco. So, maybe more in a moment. Alright, so it is 8:24 a.m. Taiwan. And they're serving breakfast. This is what we got. Tea, fruit, yogurt, bread.
茶吗？上次要喝热茶。茶吗？肉包面或者是鸡肉
วัสดีครับ
ถ่าย
ครับผม